Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Jonas. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. It's making yours too. Today's episode number 388 of the Level Up program and day number 98 of the Black Belt. If you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table as well as playing a blue collar craps style of play. We're going to continue on with the Level Up challenge here, and our win goal today is 217, and hopefully today we have a program without any technical difficulties. If you were following yesterday, we got about 2 minutes into the program, and for some reason my computer shut down. So it had nothing to do with the internet, had nothing to do with YouTube. It was 100% my computer. I have no clue what happened, but we got it started up again, and we finished the show it yesterday. Didn't do too well with the rolls, but we will hopefully pick up where we left off yesterday because we were starting to do a turnaround towards the end of the show there. So on YouTube, we got Uncle Hoku Chicken number 1. We got Kevin Scott. We got Ken from New Hampshire, not Ken NH. JR Joe. And then we got Coach Joe and Trampy. So good morning to all. We got 11 people on YouTube watching. So make sure you say hi when you do check in the chat. We have 8 people on Crapsee. Make sure you click that live tab on the Crapsee app, and that'll bring you right to the table that we are playing on. And John C. checking in as well. Good morning. We also got Jeff and D and Frida. Good morning. So let's get started. We're going to do no line bets, and I'm going to call this all bet set right away. We're going with the cousin 1 set. Remember, we're on the cross 6s for 2,000 throws. And yesterday, cross 6s were not treating us very well, so we finished our rollout with the hard way set, and we actually had a pretty decent roll test at the end of the day yesterday. So 6-2, 6-4, cousin 1 set, dice out. And we got a 2-6-8, the Duracell 8 to start off the day, so let's mark the point of 8. And Duracell says go out, support free live content, and give that thumbs up where deserved. So that is working. Good. Okay. My computer did not shut off. For some reason, when I did that yesterday is when my computer shut off. It was kind of weird. So I entered everything in, and also I looked at my screen and my monitor. Everything was black. Good morning, Chris. Checking in, and Lazy Dog. Hello, hello. So we got 6-2, 6-4 is what we're going to stick with. This is the cousin 1 set. We're going to go 110 on the inside for our bets to start off with. And this is going to be step number 1. And we're on level 3 here. And level 3 is our bankroll of 1320 to 2200. That's the bankroll level for level 3. But we'll call this all bet set. And Chris says back to work. And Frida wants turbo mode. I will make sure it's on turbo mode after we get this roll in. I don't know why it's not on turbo. It should be, but we'll switch it over here in just a second. So 6-2, 6-4, dice out. They split apart a little bit at the end of the roll there, or when they landed. We got a 6-4-10. That would be Waylon's best friend landed, and Daddy Joe. So Waylon had some skin surgery, however you want to say it, yesterday. He had a couple spots removed. He did a video. He kind of showed he had a bandage on the side of his face. He showed his face for a little bit on the video and that, but so I hope everything went well for him on that. And I'm going to check over this, make sure we're on turbo mode here, and I don't know why it's not. It says full calls, so we are switched over to turbo mode now. Thank you, Frida, for the reminder there. And Lazy Dog says working backside, lay the 6 and 8. Good morning, Ada. Anyhow, that 10 is no help for us here, so we're going to call all bets right away. All bets set. We had a primary on the top on the left side in that last roll. We had a single pitch away on the right side. So again, 6-2, 6-4 is the dice set. And dice out. A little short in the landing zone. We got a 2, 4, 6. The Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. That's going to be a primary on the front side on both dice. So single pitch wave on both dice, actually. Primary on the front. We can keep on rolling those. That would be a good situation. So we're going to pressure the 6 and 8 up to $48 each. So that's going to be up 3 units on each. And we'll call it all bets set. 14 people on Crapsee. You got 16 people watching, 6 likes. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone. And 5, 2, 7. Ouch. So that's what happens when we throw a little bit too far. So if you're watching yesterday, the rolls were not the best results, if you will. So in other words, the numbers that were rolling were not the numbers that we wanted to see. But if you really watch the rolls, we were actually rolling decent, just bad numbers were showing. In other words, we were rolling a lot of numbers that were repeating the dice results, the dice end results were the same numbers. We hit a lot of 11s and a lot of 7s and a lot of the numbers that weren't working for us, but the consistency was there. It's just that we were on the wrong sets of wrong numbers, if you will. So I know it didn't look that way, but it actually did work out pretty decent on that aspect. So if you're playing a certain style of play, it would have worked. I've tried to do the horseman now, and every time I played the horseman, I got stung on that as well because I hit the 11 on those damn DC bets. So 6-2, 6-4. This is going to be shooter number 2 here. Dice out. And we got a 5, 3, 8, the great 8. So it's marked a point of 8 again. So, question for you guys. For those of you who are here on a regular basis, if you look at the screen on the YouTube channel here, do the cameras look clearer than they have in the past? And the reason I'm asking is I updated my program, and that may have been one of the reasons why I had problems yesterday. But I updated the program on my display, and I think, in my opinion, the picture actually looks clearer than what it has in the past, which is awesome because I'm using the same cameras. But we're going to go 110 on the inside here. And I know I'm kind of rambling on today, but we got 25 on the 5 and 9. We got 30 on that 6 and 8. We'll all bet set. We're going to stick with that cousin 1 set. The last one was a primer in the front side. Marble Fork says it looks good. And dice out. Dice stay cross on us. We have a 1, 5, 6, the KitchenAid mixer. And that's going to be a double pitch on that left die and an implosion on the right die. So 1 dice off axis. So John C says it looks better. Okay, good. Good morning, Mike. Yeah, for some reason, I think it looks clearer. It was the program that I'm using communicates between my cell phones and the computer itself. And I actually updated the program on the computer itself. I didn't do anything with the phones. And as soon as I did that, to me, it looks like it's clearer. But anyhow, it is what it is. We're going to go to $48 on that 6. We're going to go to $48 on the 8. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. 6-2, 6-4. Cousin set. Dice split apart when they left my fingers just a little bit. We got lucky. We got a 1, 5, 6, another KitchenAid mixer. That left eye took off left. So that means my wrist is a little twisted when I released them. But that is going to be enough to finally get out of the shooter right away on the second shooter here. And that's something that we had not too much yesterday. We actually lost, I think it was about $400 or $500 yesterday on our bankroll. So our bankroll is down substantially from what we were, what we started with when we started this table here. But we're going to bring our bets down, and we are going to go to $24 on that 6, $24 on the 8. We'll go 20 on that 5, and we'll go 15 on the field. This is step number 3 of level number 3. Again, we're going to go 6, 2, 6, 4. And that last one was a double pitch and an implosion. So 1 dice off axis again. And I'll bet set. Dice up. Again, they split apart when they left my fingers, but we got lucky again. We got 3, 6, 9, center field 9. So I need to get my release more consistent today to start getting some more consistent results. Not going to really analyze that one too much because of the release, other than the fact that we got lucky, but that's it's going to pay out on the field. So we're going to take that $15 that we got off the field, put that on the 9. So we've got $20 on the 5, 24 on the 6 and 8. 15 on a 9, $15 field bet. We'll stick with the 6, 2, 6, 4 dice set. All bet set. Dice up. A little shorter on the line zone this time. We have a 4-4 heart 8 square pair. And I believe that is a winner 8. It is. So 6s and 8s are kind of hot a little bit to start off with here. We're going to lose $15 on that field, but we're going to make $13 overall because we had 24 on that 8. And all of our box numbers are turned off right now. We'll be looking for a new point here, 6, 2, 6, 4. And once we get the new point established, we're going to bring all of our bets down. We'll go to level 4, our step 4, which is the 96 across. And then we'll start trend betting from there. So we have enough to be in profit on this shooter here. All bets set. Dice out. 6, 2, 6, 4. Again, that last one was 1 dice off axis. And we have a 1, 4, 5, the truck and camper. So let's mark the point of 5. So we're definitely hitting inside numbers here. We'll bring our bets down. We're going to go 96 across, which is going to be $15 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10, 18 on that 6 and 8. We're just going to start trend betting from here now. We get 6, 2, 6, 4 for our dice set. Good morning, Craig. Obey Craps checking in. And dice out. John was back at it again yesterday. Introduced the host of Craps Chat yesterday. Chris from Dice Degen will be the host. John will help produce it. He also announced the Craps for the Cure dates are locked in. It's either going to be a Friday, Saturday, or a Saturday, Sunday, but it's going to be the weekend of October 19th of this year. So I'm a little bit excited about that, and I'm not excited about this. 4, 3, 7. That is an ouch. So we got a little bit longer on that roll. We got up to 7 on this one, but at least we got out of the shooter. made a couple dollar profit, $23 in profit actually. So that's a little bit of a recovery from that first shooter. So now that we're getting warmed up here, we should be able to lengthen our rolls now. Hopefully get a little more consistency with the lens on and our release. So again, we're not going to... Excuse me. So again, we're not going to do a line bet here. Still got this cough going on, and it's getting better every day, but it's still been consistent. Going on 6 weeks now. It's unreal. But at least it doesn't hurt as much when I cough now. My ribs are actually better than they were. All bet set here. And it's out. Looking for a point on shooter number 3. And we got a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay bushel. So it's marked point at 10. And that's going to be a single pitch towards us on that left die. And that's going to be an implosion on the right die, 1 dice off axis. Again, we're going to go 110 on the inside, $25 on that 5, 25 on the 9, 30 on the 6 and 8. 6, 2, 6, 4. And all bet set. This up. And we got a 415 trucking camper again. The dice did cross right at the end. And that's going to be a double pitch on the right die, explosion on the right, on the left die. 1 dice off axis, no more result. And we're going to pressure that 5 and 9 up to $40 each. 3 units, increase on both of them. And all bet set. Looking for inside numbers here. And we've been pretty much throwing inside numbers for the most part, except for a couple 10s. That left one took off on us again, but we got a 4-2-6, a Kevin Carpenter 2x4. And that is going to be a double explosion this time, both dice off axis, which is not a normal result for me. But we're going to go to $48 on the 6 and $48 on the 8. Again, that's going to be a 3 unit increase on both of them. The next inside hit will be enough to get out of the shooter, and we'll be able to skip right to step number 4 right away because we have all of our inside numbers pressed up already. That's usually a good sign that we can actually skip one of the steps on the level 3 program here. So we'll all bet set and dice out. And we had a 5-3-8, the great 8. So we're definitely hitting 6s and 8s today. And that's going to be enough to get out of the shooter again. So this is 2 out of 3 shooters that were able to get past that break-even point. We're going to bring our bets down. We're going to go 96 across right away. And we have $126 brought back to the rack. 96 on the table currently. 6-2, 6-4. And all bet set. So we've got 4 6s and 4 8s thrown so far. So a little over 50% of the throws have been the 6 or 8. with 2 10s and 2 5s. So dice up. Short in the landing zone, we have a 268, the Duracell 8. Go out, support free live content. Give that thumbs up where deserved. And it's a 2-6. So that's going to be a single pitch away on the left side, primary on top on the right side. Single pitch of the dice. And that's going to allow us to pressure that 8 up to $30 now. Let's have 147 brought back to the rack of 108 on the table. 6264. No, bet set. Craig, you must have scared everybody away because Susie made a comment. Nobody else has added a comment on the chat. 6264 dice out. Cousin one set. And 167. Damn it. Just can't get over that little hump. We get into the break even or past that break even point, so that's good. Now we need to get past this little hump here so we can actually get a very long, profitable roll here. Craig says he has that effect. So that is a 7 out. That was only 6 rolls, but we did make $39 off of that. So we are, shoot, that was 21 to 50, 60, we're about 40 to $50 down for the day here so far. So yeah, actually $49 down. So let's get that back again. 6264. Almost tempted to switch over to that cousin 2 set to see if we can extend the roll a bit longer. Let's do that once. Bet accordingly here. We're going to switch over to cousin 2 just to see what happens here. See if we can extend that roll a little bit longer than the average 6 or 7 rolls. So all bets set here, and they sucked. So I might get slightly different numbers here for a little bit. They just landed almost on top of each other. We get a 516 KitchenAid mixer. So maybe we won't get any different numbers. We'll see. 6462 is the dice set this time. And that's going to be a explosion and a double pitch. So one dice off axis. Normal result. 6462. And again, we're going to go 110 on the inside. So Lazy Dog says, if you don't have nothing positive to post, then sorry, brought in to a fun time or my real job. Give a thumbs up, he says. Say so. 6462. These are spun apart already, so let's regroup them. And 347. That one veered off. That was not my normal landing zone. Normal landing zones are right about here. That one landed right here, and it kind of took a center spin there. So that was a 0.7 out, unfortunately. Go right back to that cousin 1 set. Discouraging. 2 shooters we got out of the shooter right away. 2 shooters we lost. But somehow we got to turn this around here. We've had a couple bad days in a row here, and the longevity of the rolls have been very discouraging. So we're going to hopefully get this to go the opposite direction here and turn them around a little bit. But anyhow, we got 18 people on Crapsee, we got 21 people watching, and all bets set. Cousin 1 set 6264. Dice out. And we got a 3-3 hard, 6 to double degen. That's the first double degen for the day. Implosion and single pitch towards us. That's the implosion on that left side, single pitch towards us on the right side, one dice off axis. And John likes the hard 6, I'm guessing. That didn't sound right. But yeah, we got 6, 2, 6, 4 for the dice set, 110 on the inside again. And all but set. Update for the Craps for the Cure, according to John yesterday, is the weekend of October 19th is going to be the actual event. He already has it locked in. He's just not sure if it's going to be Friday, Saturday, or if it's going to be Saturday, Sunday for the actual event. Table build, I'm going to be working on the table this weekend. I took about a month off on the build. I got a little burnt out on it, and there's a couple snags I ran into that I'm actually hopefully going to fix this weekend so it works. And the next video is probably about 2/3 of the way done. I just haven't worked on getting the last third of the content for the video. Dice out. So hopefully that's a nice update for you. We had a 145 trucking camper. So hopefully either next week Sunday or the Sunday after will be the next video for the table build. But this weekend I definitely am going to be working on that table. Again, like I said, I took a little bit of time off to refresh myself, give a couple thoughts about how I wanted to do certain things on there. A lot of times it looks good on paper, but when you actually start doing it, it actually becomes a little bit harder to actually do the whole process. But we're going to bring that 5 and that $40, $40 each, and we'll call it all bets set. Dice out. 6, 2, 6, 4. Again, a little bit short on that roll. 4, 3, 7. What is wrong with the longevity here? This cross sixes dice set. We started off real strong in the first 2 or 3 days, but since then's been kicking my ass. You're awesome, ways, Doug. Well, we're gonna stick with the cross sixes here. That's my promise to myself, is to stick with cross sixes for 2,000 rolls, unless it's absolutely horrible, which we're approaching that point. We have no come out sevens, but we have 5 sevens as a 7 out so far. Longest roll is a 7. And the rest of them are pretty measly. 2 boards over, says Coach Joe. And we'll go bet set. So we're going to go 2 boards over according to my coach from Illinois. So 6, 2, 6, 4, it's out. I moved 2 boards over, Coach, and I hit the hook a little bit. But we got 2, 6, 8. There's all 8. Let's mark the point of 8. Let's give you a primary at top on the right die, single pitch away on the left die. Single pitch of the dice. Thanks a lot, Craig. 6, 2, 6, 4. Again, 110 on the inside. And what's that? Kind of a leaning guy today. I'm kind of leaning onto the table rather than standing up there, Craig. That's a little dad humor. Dice out. And we had a 4-2-6. Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So we're throwing a ton of 6s and 8s today. Consistency. Again, like yesterday, we had consistency, just not the numbers we were hoping to see. And hopefully we're going to turn this around while keeping these inside numbers. So we have between the 6 and 8, we have 13 throws. So out of 24, that's a pretty high percentage. 6-2, 6-4. And we're going to pressure that 6 and 8 up to $48 each. 3 units on each. What's that? Horizontal horseshoes. We're playing horseshoes then, yes. Good morning, Mel. They sucked. And we have a 2-4-6. Awesome. We got out of the shooter right away in 3 rolls of the dice. And that's going to be a primary on the front side on both dice. Single pitch on both. And we're going to bring our bets down. We're going to go $24 on that 6, $24 on the 8, 20 on that 5, and $15 pass line bet. Or I'm sorry, field bet. 6-2, 6-4, and that field might not be the best bet for me today, but we're going to do it anyhow. 6-2, 6-4. Cousin wants that dice out. So Mel was Craig's newest subscriber, according to his post. So that is awesome. Support Craig from Old Bay Craps. Dice out. And we got a 2-6-8 Duracell 8. And that is a winner 8. So we're coming out looking for a new point. And we're going to lose that field, but we're going to get paid on that 8. So, and we'll have enough money brought back to go back up on that field once we get a new point established, as well as $15 on a 9. But let's get a new point established first. 6-2, 6-4. And let's set here. Dice out. A little bit long on the landing zone. We have a 3-3 hard 6 to double degen. It was supposed to be a 6-3, but it rolled over to the 3. That 6 did. So 6-2, 6-4 is a dice set. 3-3 is the result. Merc to point of 6. We're continuing on with our 6-8 terror for the day. So our bets can be turned back on again. We're going to go $15 on the field. We'll go $15 on the 9. 104 brought back to the rack. We have 98 on the table. 6-2, 6-4 is the dice set. And all bet set. Is out. And the dice got a little wild on a 6-1-7. Get over here. Get my stick caught. Oh, that was a 6-1, not a 5-1. 6-1-7. Got. So all mediocre rolls. So make sure you get all the shooter guys in about 2 to 3 hits. You can get all the shooter in 2 to 3 hits. You should be doing mediocre today. Not great, not bad. Some will be losers, some will not. Crapsee says, I'll roll 6 and 8s. So maybe if you hunt the 6 and 8s, that might be a good way to get back as well. Oh, newest member. Okay, Craig. Okay, I didn't know that. Newest member. He is, Craig's doing memberships now. Okay, awesome. So all bets set. Place out. No line bets here. That felt really comfortable. 3-3 hard six. We've thrown the hard six quite a few times already today. And like I said, that one felt comfortable. It came off the back wall actually pretty decent. It came off, it looked kind of hard, but it actually came to a sudden stop once it hit the tabletop right away. So that's a good sign. 6-2, 6-4. 110 on the inside. And we got dice out. And we have a 5-4 hard nine, Big Daddy Mac. So that's the first time we've not rolled a 6 or 8 for a while here. It's been predominantly 6s and 8s. Second 9 for the day. I believe that's the first 5-4. Again, 6-2, 6-4 is the dice set. You know, we're going to go to $40 on the 5, $40 on the 9. And all bets set. Is it 3-3 hard 6? There's our parlay of the day with SJ. And that's going to be a winner 6 as well. So we're going to bring our 6 and 8 up to $48, and then we're going to turn the bets off while we look for a new point. Sticking to the same dice set, 6-2, 6-4. And face out. John missed them both. Sorry, my friend. Here we go. Let's see if we can throw another one for you. We got 3-2-5, Justice 5, so it's marked a point of 5. So pretty much most of our throws have been on the inside. We have not thrown hardly any. We have not thrown any craps numbers at all so far. And now that I said that, we're probably going to throw them all craps numbers. But we're going to turn all of our bets back on. Next inside hit will get us out of the shooter with some profit. 6-2, 6-4. Thanks for jumping in today, John. Best of luck with your work situation. And they sell it. And we have another 3-3 hard 6. So if you're laddering or pressing that 6 up, that should be pretty profitable for you now. That hard 6 is becoming quite dominant. And we got out of the shooter now, so that's awesome. So we're going to go 96 across right away. 126 brought back, 96 on the table. 6-2, 6-4. No black chips for John. And dice out. Yeah. Dice split apart when I left my fingers. We got a 4-5 Har9 Big Daddy Mac. So the 2 boards over seems to have worked. Thank you, Coach. Sometimes all you need is just little reminders. So we're going to go $25 on that 9. Little reminders are little things just to get you off of what you're doing so you can focus on something different and get your mind focused in a different direction, I guess. 6264. Okay, Craig, thanks for jumping in, my friend. And we'll hopefully see you back tomorrow. Dice out. Ooh, that was high energy. 325, Justice 5. And that is also a winner 5. I believe that's the result that we threw in order to set that point. So we're going to make that 5 look like $25, and we're going to turn all of our box numbers off. In 6264. And all bets set. Dice out. And we're going to move to point of 8. 268 this time. I think most of them are the 6-2, right? So we switched them around. This can be a single pitch away on that left die, primary on top on the right die. And we'll turn all of our box numbers back on again. Six, 2, 6, 4. Dice out. Dice crossed on us. 5, 3, 8. The great 8. So you can't say that I'm not getting consistency here, because yesterday we were pounding the same numbers over and over and over. Today we're pounding different numbers, but they're the same numbers over. And I guess that's what you're really looking for when you're doing this type of stuff. 6264. And that was a Buckeye buckshot, by the way. So we're going to pressure that 8 up to $30, and we'll turn all of our bets off again. So that was a winner 8. It's not just the Buckeye buckshot, it was the winner 8. And we got a shooter now finally. This will be a double-digit roll for once today. And we'll go all bets set here. Dice out. And guess what, guys? We got 8, 3, 5, 8. The great 8. 2 times in a row. 3 times in a row, we got an 8. And we're going to turn our bets back on again. And now look at that, just inside numbers. That's what we've been pounding, these inside numbers here. If we can hit the 8 again, that'll be a 3-point fire bet. 6264. And dice out. Ooh, dice kind of exploded on us. 3, 4, 7. So at least we got to that double-digit roll. Made a little bit of our money back here on this shooter. Dice must have landed pretty tight together. I really didn't see how they landed, but I know they did split apart when they landed, which is not what I want to see. I want to see them hit the wall and come back down and sit. But we had an 11 roller there, 29 roll quality points, made $61 back on our bankroll there. If you look at the Crapsee statistics on top, we're at a plus 14 on all of our inside rolls, and we're at a negative 13 on the outside rolls, negative 23 in the field bets. You look at that pyramid, and that pyramid is definitely not a random looking pyramid. And this is what, day number 3 or 4 in this table here? No, day 2 or 3 in this table. I can't remember how many days we had this table open. But it shows you that, you know, we're definitely hitting certain numbers over and over and over. So this will probably be our last shooter coming up here. Again, John is doing his daily paycheck in the morning again this week and his coffee run right afterwards. And today he should be introducing Dial In, I believe, from Skill and Luck, and then possibly another person that's going to be on the Craps or the Craps Chat show coming up. I believe this next Sunday is the first day. We'll go all bets set here. Nice out. 6-2, 6-4. Short in the landing zone again. 6-1 on a come out. So that's our first come out 7, I believe. So that's going to be a pass line winner, natural. And the last one, we hit the sharpshooter award. Good morning, Don. They start off pretty slow. The last shooter was really well. But if you look at the numbers, we are pounding the 6s and 8s. So we've had 40 rolls so far. And between the 6s and 8s, we have had 22 of those rolls have been a 6 or an 8. So over half of the rolls have been a 6 or 8. We've been primarily all inside numbers. We've not thrown any craps numbers today at all so far. So they've been all box numbers or the big red. All bets set, looking for a point here. This is shooter number 8. 6-2, 6-4. Again, a little bit short on that landing zone. We got a 4-6-10. Wayland's best friend went at and Big Ben. So let's mark the point of 10. And that one didn't feel comfortable or like normal. Which obviously the result is a 10. So that was obviously not what I've been normally throwing today. 6-2, 6-4. 110 on the inside. We're going to go. Yeah, we'll all bets set here. Dice out. I'll try something a little different with my betting here today on this shooter here. Here we go. And we have a 1-3-4. That would be the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So it's a 1-3, not a 3-1. That's our first 4 for the day. Wow. 4 is usually a pretty prevalent number for me. Or more popular number, I should say. 6-2, 6-4. So that one does nothing for our bets. Now the double pitch on the left side, single pitch towards us on the right side. The single pitch of the dice. All bets set. Dice out. And we have a 4-4 heart 8 square pair. And I think that's the third square pair we've gotten for the day. Single pitch away on the left die, on the right die. Explosion on the left. One dice off axis. No results. 6264. And we're going to go to $48 on that 6 and 8. Actually, we're going to go to 42 on the 6 and 8. We're just going to start pressuring up right away, doing some trend betting right away, and see if we can get some money brought back that way. So I'll bet set. So we're going to sister press that 6 and 8 up to 42. Pays out. That's the cross on us. We got a 5-6 mid-mo. Yo, that is our first craps number for the day. And now this Cheeto coming to us from above. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Again, 6264. I had 23 people watching yet on YouTube. We have 24 people playing on Crapsee. And they saw it. And we have 268, the Duracell 8. So we're going to just pressure that 8 up this time. We'll go to $60 on the 8. That's going to be an increase of 3 units. $84 brought back to the rack, 152 on the table. And again, I'm just trying something different with the betting. I'm not saying this is the best way to do it, but see if we can hit another 6 or 8, and then maybe we'll reduce our bets. We'll see. Dice out. And 257. I just had that gut feeling that was going to happen. And every time I get that gut feeling, I need to set those dice down and regrip them. Just a certain feel in the dice. Still throw the damn things anyhow. So that one is going to be a loss on the shooter. That should have been a break-even point. But I did not pull the bets down because I wanted to try something different. And what the hell? Let's go one more shooter here. Last shooter for the day. And we're going to burn this a little bit here. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a Dallas drawdown, something I haven't done for a long time here. We're going to go 320 across, and we'll draw down to 160, and then we'll draw down to 96, and then go from there. So all bets set here. No line bets. Dice out. 6264. A little short in the landing zone. We have a 325, Justice 5. A little short, and the dice rolled way off to the left, meaning my wrist was twisted. Which shows you why we have a different number other than the 6 or 8. Okay, so we're going to go 320 across. And that 320 across is going to be $25 on, I'm sorry, $50 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, 60 on the 6 and 8. 6264. And we'll go all bets set here. It's out. Contemplating if I should do, I might do something different instead of the drawdown. I might do, let's think about that while we do the throw here. 6264. Short in the landing zone again. And we got a 2-2 hard 4, the fuzzy hard 4. 2-2 is going to cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. Again, so far we've only thrown one craps number the entire day out of 48 rolls. It's been very consistent on the inside. That's $100 brought back on that shooter there. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna decrease this 10 and 4 down to $25, and we're gonna pressure 110 inside. So we've got $75 on the 5 and 9. We got 90 on that 6 and 8. We'll take a hit on this, and then we'll come down to 96 across. So that way we get a little bit of a recovery built in, as well as send us up. And we should be out of the shooter by then. We are out of the shooter now if I wanted to be, but yeah, we'll all bet set. Base out. And we got a 628. That is perfect. So 628, not a 26, it's a 62. And if that surprises anybody, then you haven't watched the rest of the show here today. We've been throwing primarily 6s and 8s. So that's $105 brought back. We're going to bring our bets down. And let's go 160 across. We have 203 brought back, 160 on the table. In fact, we're not even going to do the 4 and 10. We're going to take those off also. We're just going to go 110 on the inside. We're just going to start pressuring up from there. 6-2, 6-4 is dice set. And I'll bet set. Dice out. Again, a little bit short, but we got 358, the grade 8. So let's pressure the 6 and 8 up to $42. Double implosion, so that was both dice off axis on that one. Not a normal result, but I'll take it. So we've got 238 brought back. We have 134 on the table, so we're $104 in the rack more than we have on the table. 6-2, 6-4. Which does help a little bit towards recovery. If I took everything off the table right now, I would be down $26 for the day. So I haven't even come close to hitting goal yet today. So dice out. If anybody's hit goal, put it in the chat that you hit goal for the day. 6-2, 6-4, dice out. Slightly long, we got lucky. We have another mid-molio, 6-5-11. That's our second craps number for the day. Mm. 6-2, 6-4. That did nothing for our bets. We're just on the inside right now, since we were primarily doing that. Good morning, John. And dice out. And we got a 145 trucking camper. So you got to check those numbers out, John, on what was been hit today. That was roll number 52 there. And 52 throws, we have 12 6s and 14 8s. So we've been just pounding the inside numbers today. 7 5s, 3 9s. So let's, that was our point. That was a winner 5, by the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to pressure that 5 and 9 for $35, and we're going to turn all of our box numbers off while we do a come out. And let's set here, dice out. That is crazy. Yesterday, I ended the show a little bit early, but yesterday we were pounding the same three numbers as well, just that they were not good numbers because one of those numbers happened to be a 7. But we were consistently hitting, I think it was the 8 to 7 and like the 5 yesterday or something like that. It was a weird number. Or the 11, it was 11. 7, 11, and 8, I think it was yesterday. They saw it. So we got a 3-3 hard, 6 double digit. Let's mark the point of 6. And that's probably about the 5th or 6th double digit that we threw for the day. So all of our box numbers are turned back on. 273 brought back to the rack. 154 on the table. 6264. Again, John will be starting to show in a few minutes here. If you guys want to jump over there, that's totally fine. If you want to stay here and then jump over there after, that's fine as well. I do appreciate all the support that you guys have for my channel as well as everybody else in the community here. Peace out. Ooh, a little bit high energy. 4-4 hard 8 square pair. We got lucky on that one. We definitely got lucky. I'll take it. Let's pressure that 8 up to $60. And if I took everything off the table right now, I would be up well, $50, $57 actually. But we're not going to be too smart. We're going to keep on going here. 6264. And all bets set. Today's out. And we have a 2-2 hard for the fuzzy hard. 4-2-2. It's going to cruise. Flying from Holy Roller. And we're not on 4 at all, even though we've thrown a couple of those recently. It's done the inside numbers. 6264. And all bets set. That's out. Slightly long. We got another 4. 134. That would be the Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So maybe we should go up on that 4. Let's do this once. Since we're starting to hit some of those 4s now. Let's bring our bets back down again. Let's go once. We're going to go to 96 across. So that way we brought a little bit more money back. So if I lost everything right now, we'd only be down $40, $39 for the day. But if I took everything off the table, we would be up $57. If that makes sense. 6264. And I saw it. And we got a 4-6-10. Awesome. We picked that up now. That's Waylon's best friend, Waynette, and Big Ben. So 57 rolls. We've only thrown 2 craps numbers. All the rest of them have been box numbers. 6264. And we're going to pressure that 4 and 10 up to 25 each. And all bets set. That's out. And we have another 10. Awesome. 5-5 hard 10 Old Bay bushel. That's our second or third Old Bay for the day. So I'm glad we pressured that up. So let's pressure the 10 up to $50. We took everything off. We bet 1660, which is about $80 under goal. Actually, about $80, $90 under goal. I'll bet set. Days out. 6264. And we got a 369 center field 9. I'm starting to, and I don't want to say it, but starting to get in a groove here. I will say this: our BSR should be up quite a bit from today. We're going to go to $25 on that, the 9, and $25 on the 5 right away. Or 15 brought back to rack 161 on the table. 1681. If I took everything off the table, we'd be down about $67 from our goal. And we got 6264. Days out. A little short on the landing zone. We got a 2-2 hard 4. The hard fuzzy 4-2-2 is going to cruise Brian from Holy Roller. So that would be another parlay of the day, I believe. And that is a repeater win on that 4 for the shooter. So Don jumped in. He's up $200 already. That Michael got up to his goal as well. That's awesome. 6264. And I am $22 away from goal. Days out. Which is awesome because we were down probably almost $300-400 for the day here. So here we go. Guys are not comfortable. Let's regrip them. I had that feeling. That gut feeling I was talking about before, so we are regripping to set them up. And we got a 6-5 mid-mo yo, another 11. Primer on top and the left side, as well as an implosion on the right side. One dice off axis, that's fine. We only need the 12 for the tall. We need the 2 and 3 for the small, which I don't expect to even hit that small at all because we been hitting all box numbers for the day. 6264. Days out. Good morning, Ryan. Days out. And we had a 5-5 hard 10 Old Bay bushel, another parlay of the day with SJ. And that's going to put us over goal for the day. So that is awesome. Awesome sauce. And that's going to give us some fun money to play with now. So let's see how much fun money we got. Our goal was to get to 1748. We're at 1816 if we pull everything down. So it gives us 52, 58, $68 to play with. So pull our bets down. We're going to go 66 on the inside. Actually, go $60 on the outside. Let's do that once. $15 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10. We'll call it a bet set. And now we're just going to start trend betting to the moon. 6264. So we made goal finally. Awesome. Trampy made goal. That's awesome. And again, we were $300-400 down for the day. So that's an amazing comeback. And we got a 628. Of course, I did not bet that at all, but that is the Duracell 8. Unreal, 63 throws. And we've got 1929 of them have either been a 6 or an 8. Unreal. And we got all bets set here. Days out. And we got, wow, magic aces. That's our second craps number for the day. 112. That was an outlier there. Double pitch in both dice. Primary on the bottom side. So all we need is the ace deuce to hit the small. We need the midnight to hit the tall. And hopefully make them all, but we'll see. Again, that's only our fourth craps number for the day out of 64 throws. All but set. Days out. Dice split apart when he left my fingers, and that is going to be the end of the roll. We had a 3, 4, 7. Ouch. That was a quality roll to finish the day off. And that should brought a lot of people to go or pretty close. Good morning, Biff. A lot of field numbers on the cross 6. Love it. Actually, field numbers are down, but we'll go through statistics right now. We'll see what it looks like. So this is going to be our statistics for the day. And we're starting off kind of rough, but we pulled it together towards the end here. We ended up with an SOR of 7.2 today, 6.5 SRR, only one come out 7. We had 9 shooters. Box numbers, inside numbers were way high. 4s and 10s were expected. Come out 7s are low. Fields are low. Horns are low. Hardways are off the charts today. So field numbers were really not that high there, Bill. And let's go through black belt statistics through the end of yesterday. We had 4,292 throws on black belt and SOR of 9.58. We had an SRR of 6.66 and a BSR of 6.66. Check chats really quick before we end up the roll here. David says, hit the like button. I would appreciate that. He was up $300 today. Awesome. So you made go as well, I'm assuming. But hey, guys, hopefully you can stop back tomorrow and we'll hopefully continue the success and have a couple of good days in a row here. Hopefully that'll be the case. But, hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Everybody have a great day. Be safe and be prosperous.